So, have you ever felt like you're trying to juggle, I don't know, a dozen flaming chainsaws? And you're convinced, right, that if you just held one more, everything would somehow be perfect.
Oh, absolutely. That drive, that need to do it all yourself.
Yeah. Even when it's clearly leading to burnout, that's exactly the mindset we're going to dig into today in this deep dive.
hmm
So many of us, we're ambitious and we fall into this trap thinking that to really succeed, to keep control, we have to be the only one driving things.
Right. And there's that fear, isn't there? Asking for help might look like weakness
We're
or...
delegating. That worry that, oh, it won't get done my way.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is how the document we're looking at, The Power of Togetherness, it calls this mindset
A mirage.
yeah, it looks like singular glory, right? But what our source material really hammers home is that statistically, it often leads to, well, projects failing long-term and much higher personal burnout.
That's stark.
It is. The document states pretty clearly that the greatest achievements, the biggest breakthroughs,
Yeah.
they were never, ever just one person working in isolation.
Right. So, okay, if going it alone is this mirage, then this deep dive is going to unpack why trying to do everything yourself actually makes you a bottleneck
Bottleneck.
and what the real path to growth, what the material calls interreliance, actually looks like.
And if you think about that
Yeah.
bottleneck idea, when you are the bottleneck, I mean, your energy's finite, right? Your expertise has limits.
Sure.
And your perspective, no matter how brilliant you are, it's still just one perspective. So you're not just risking tunnel vision.
We're actively limiting things.
Exactly. You're limiting the scale, the resilience of what you're trying to do.
Mm.
The source stresses that, yeah, you gain this feeling of control, but you lose that vital ability to adapt.
Like putting a cage around your own potential. But, okay, this deep dive isn't just pointing out the problem. It offers solutions, right? It talks about the power of building your team, fostering community, nurturing relationships. How do those pieces fit together?
Well, think of it like this. Your team. That's your direct engine.
Hmm.
The crew actually building the ship with you.
Okay.
And the material's clear. A team isn't just who reports to who. It's about bringing together diverse skills, diverse strengths, where one person's maybe perceived weakness is actually complemented by someone else's strength.
Ah, synergy.
Sort of, yeah.
Hmm.
It's about shared purpose, mutual respect. And I love this line from the source. A burden shared is a burden halved, but an idea shared is an idea multiplied. That's where the real innovation sparks.
I like that. An idea multiplied. Okay, so that's the team. What about the community piece?
Right, so beyond that immediate team, you've got your community. That's like your wider harbor.
The whole ecosystem.
Exactly. The other captains, the suppliers, the navigators you can talk to. This broader network, it includes mentors, peers who challenge you, friends who support you,
Mhm.
even competitors you can learn from.
Mm-hmm.
Your community gives you access to resources, opens unexpected doors, and maybe most importantly, it reminds you you're part of something bigger. That's where you tap into collective wisdom, find those surprising opportunities.
Okay, team, community, and then relationships. How are those distinct?
So the source defines these as the deep anchors, the moorings keeping your ship steady, especially when storms hit.
Ah, so not just professional connection.
No, not just transactional.
Right.
These are built on real trust, authenticity, genuine care. If you neglect these, the document says you're basically cutting the lifelines that feed your spirit, your resilience.
Oh.
But if you invest in them, you build this like fortress of support. It helps in good times, sure, but it's absolutely crucial when you face challenges.
Okay, this paints a really clear picture. So bringing it back to you, the listener, what does this practically mean? How do you shift from being that lone wolf to part of a thriving pack?
Well, it starts with consciously practicing delegation. And not just tasks, but delegating outcomes. Trusting others to find their own way to the solution.
That takes trust.
It does. And it means actively seeking out different perspectives, not just people who agree with you. Being a connector yourself, offering help, sharing
And
knowledge.
showing appreciation, right? Gratitude.
Absolutely. Genuine appreciation. And maybe the hardest part, daring to be vulnerable.
Oof. Yeah.
Admitting you need help isn't weakness. The source frames it as the strongest way to invite others to truly connect and contribute their best.
Powerful stuff.
So to leave you with a final thought from this deep dive,
Hmm.
let's really try to commit to shedding that impossible weight, trying to carry the world alone.
Mm-hmm.
What really stands out is realizing we can lift our goals, our dreams together. When we're united, truly connected, there's genuinely no limit.
So it's about learning to do more with others.
Exactly. And by doing that, you don't just build projects. You build real teams, vibrant communities, and relationships that last, that redefine what success even means.